Good morning. It is Tuesday the 29th of October. It is 10:30 and I am just about to head out for a bit of a day shift. So I'll be staying on until, I don't know, 5, 6 o'clock, something like that. So yeah, I will see what today brings and I'll keep you updated. I'm guessing it's going to be on the hour because it is predominantly quiet on a weekday. So I will keep you posted in a bit. So update time, it's 20 past 12, so not quite 2 hours I've been working for, but I thought to just pull over now. I was trying to complain about a customer. I'll talk you through that in a second. So yeah, I didn't get my first job until about basically 25 minutes. So I came on at around 10:30, got my first job at 5 to 11. And that was only a £4.20 job for 1.4 miles. That was an Ormskirk to Ormskirk. So I left Ormskirk and thought I'll head towards like Southport because, like I said, I've been hanging around there for half an hour and got one job. And then got a little Southport to Southport job, £3.71 for 1.5 miles. I then got an XL job. This is the customer that I've just tried to complain about. So I pull up. I've seen these two guys talking outside and like a big load of stuff. Basically it looked like he was moving out or whatever. So it turns out from the conversation he was talking to the landlord. This like foreign guy was talking to the landlord, and landlord is basically saying, you know, I'll be coming back in the morning to change the lock, so make sure everything's gone by then. So I'll back up on the path. This guy's like, all right, where can I start on this? I said, look, I'll help you out. I said, I don't do removals. I said, but you can fit whatever you can in the boot. I said, as long as it's in the boot. I said, I don't want anything on the leather in the back. So he was like, all right, okay. So we started loading stuff into the back, just like a couple of little boxes and, you know, bags and like pots and pans and all that kind of stuff. So he's put that in, and then he's got like this big tiger teddy. I said, well, you put that in the back. That's not going to scratch anything. So he puts that in the back. So I thought, I went round the other side to open the other door, and the next thing I heard a big doof. I thought, what the hell was that? And I walk around and he's put like, I don't know, like a 40-inch plasma standing on end on top of one of the leather chairs, and in doing so he's hit the door and probably put like a 3-inch scratch along it. I said, what the hell are you doing? I said, get that off me chair. So he takes it out. He was like, oh, well, where can I put it? I said, you have to put it in the boot. I've told you, only put stuff in the boot. And he was like, well, the boot's full, can I put it on my knee? I was like, well, you can put it on your knee. I said, but I don't want it to touch the leather. I said, look what you've done to my door. So he looks there and he was like, all right, what do you want me to do? I said, well, I'll have to report that to Uber. I said, you know, I've told you, do not put anything in the back. So he gets in the back, puts the telly on his knee, and I drive, a mile and go and drop him off. You know, so it was £7.65 for a 1.1 mile job, which took 8 minutes 40 seconds in the end, because obviously you had to put the stuff in. So then I just assumed if someone throws up in your car or damages your car, I've seen it in the past, but obviously I've never had anyone damage the car. I've had someone throw up in it but not damage it. So obviously I open the app, I go to the you know, the bit in the help for the trip, and then you click on a rider's damaged my vehicle, and then it pops up and it says, we hope and expect that riders treat your vehicle with care and respect. Unfortunately, we're unable to charge riders for any vehicle damage, and instead suggest you go through your insurance if there was an incident that led to your vehicle being damaged beyond normal wear and tear. And it just goes on to give you a link saying, if you want to report a mess that requires professional cleaning, click this link. So basically a customer can get in, smash your car to pieces, they can put your windows in, they can do whatever they want, and Uber couldn't care less. You know, so other than me leaving a 1-star review, which he doesn't care, and Uber don't care. So now I've got a scratch on the side of my car, which, I don't know, probably going to have someone come out to repaint. It's probably going to cost me, I don't know, at least 80 quid. Yeah, so I'm now down £80 minus the £7.65 I got for dropping them off. You know, I'm down like, what, £73 thereabouts. It's ridiculous. I honestly didn't know that Uber wouldn't like support the drivers in that, and they're basically saying go through insurance. Imagine phoning your insurance company and saying, I've got a scratch on the back, I want to put a claim in for my insurance premium that I'm already paying like £4,000 a year for. Imagine what they're going to put your premium up to then. So I've got no choice now but to go and pay for that personally. Yeah, and that's it. Because if you don't keep on top of it, a little scratch and it turns into another scratch and another scratch, and before you know it, you're driving around in a clamped out car full of scratches. You know, especially when I'm supposed to be doing executive airport transfers. You know, people don't want to be seeing scuff. So yeah, I don't even know what else to say. Like I've helped people in the past where they've just got like a couple of small boxes. Like I said, I don't mind using the boot, and they've put that in the boot. But it's just annoying when you say only put stuff in the boot, and then he thinks I'm gonna stand this plasma on end on top of a leather seat as well. It's like the corners are like digging into the leather, and I'm like, I just don't know how some people live. Imagine what his house is like if that's how he's treating other people's stuff. So yeah, I'm well annoyed, to be honest. Just before that, I dropped a guy off. He had an interview at a cafe, so I was dropping him off, and I was like, it's in a park, and I was like, so is it open all year round or is it just seasonal now? He was like, oh, I've got no idea. I said, all right. I said, which entrance to the park do you want me to use? He's like, I don't know, I've never been. I was like, you don't really know much about this. I said, you've applied for a job. He was like, oh yeah, it sounds better than where I am. So anyway, after I dropped him off, I then went and dealt with this idiot who's damaged my car. And then I went to pick the other guy up. I was thinking, this is the world's shortest interview. It's like 10 minutes max. And he was like, oh yeah, I've got the job, I'll start on Saturday. So yeah, I was about to say, like, if you're going for a job, make sure, you know, you're prepared, that you at least know the business. The amount of people I've had to interview in the past, they turn up, they don't know the industry, they don't know, you know, the particular company that they're applying for. Yeah, and this guy's basically just gone down and just winged it. Yeah, and got it. So yeah, that's where I'm up to. I'm on a staggering amount of £19.66. I think it's just shy of 2 hours that I've done, but yeah, that's it. So it's basically £10 an hour minus my expenses, and then minus what it's going to cost me to fix my car. So I'd probably say at the minute I'm probably down about £80. So yeah. So yeah, my top tip would be, if anyone turns up, basically lock the back doors and say, you know, I don't mind you putting stuff in the boot. Maybe I was a bit naive because I opened the side door, because I said to him, you know, you can put that in. He put, you know, like the teddy in, and the other thing was he had a bin bag, and I said, what's in the bin bag? And he said, oh, it's me blanket and me pillow. So I said, well, I don't mind you putting that on the seats, because that's obviously not gonna damage anything. But yeah, idiots, honestly. So yeah, I'll give you another update in a bit. Update time, it is 2:30 and it's been crap. So the last update was 12:30. Waited around for about another 5 minutes, got another little £4.81 for 1.4 miles, and then a £3.73 for 1.4 miles, and then a £3.68 for 1 mile. I mean, I don't want to accept these jobs, but one, it's the only jobs that's popping up, and two, in all fairness, it's like a mile job for £3.68. So it's not too bad, and it's like you're really close when you run into the jobs. You know, you're like half a mile or so, if that. So what they're paying you per mile is quite decent, but the jobs are just really crap because they're just so small. And then like another £3.98 for 1.5 miles, £3.73 for 0.7 of a mile, customer cancel, £3.50, and then a £4.27 for 2 miles. That was at like, what time was that? It was 1:45. Dropped them off. Yeah, came off at about 2 o'clock, to be fair. I've been in getting some paint and stuff and whatnot from B&Q. Yeah, so I've been offline for almost half an hour, I didn't realise. Yeah, so currently I'm only on £51.08, and I've done what, 3.5 hours. 208. It works out roughly about £14.60 an hour. So yeah, not the greatest, but yeah, still really slow. So it's even like now I'm staying offline because I need to now I need to nip over to the post office, which is only 3 minutes away. But if I go back online, I'll then get a job, and I end up just leaving things all day. So I'll go and sort that out, and then I'll go back online, and then I'll carry on. So I will give you another update in a bit, and hopefully things improve somewhat. Update time, it is 4:30, so it's been 2 hours since the last update. Still a bit rubbish, to be honest. So after the last update, took me about 15 minutes to get my next job, and it was a Southport to Skelmersdale. It was £21.35 for 17 miles, and that took an hour and 1 minute. So not the greatest, but yeah, with all the jobs just being so small and rubbish, I just thought, well, I might as well take it because there was nothing else happening. Customer cancelled, and then after that I was in Skelmersdale heading back in towards Ormskirk, and then I've just got an Ormskirk to St Helens, which was £17.37 for 9.8 miles. So the mileage was a little bit better on that, and it took 25 minutes. So I've just dropped off in St Helens now. I've just set my destination for home, because I wanted to be getting home for around 5 o'clock anyway. I think I said before between 5 and 6, so set off now. Should be there for around 5. So yeah, if I pick something up on the way back, I'll do it. But yeah, I was pretty much just heading home, to be honest. So yeah, I finished the day on £89.80, and I've done 5.5 hours, so that works out at roughly £16.32 an hour. So yeah, I think the only thing that's obviously pushed that hourly rate up is them last 2 jobs of the day. But yeah, like I said, I could have just held off and done some of the more local jobs, obviously doing less miles. But yeah, I just got bored of them. So that was about it. So yeah, pretty slow day. We call that a day. It's only been 5.5 hours, so I haven't really done much, to be honest. But yeah, I'll gonna head home now, and I will be back out again tomorrow. Yeah, I should be able to start a little bit earlier tomorrow. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I will catch you on the next one.